Why do most first-time directors fail? Because they try to shoot a movie instead of telling a story. Let's fix that. Start with one clear idea. You're doing a 3-minute short. Let's keep it simple. A simple idea that the viewer can follow and that you can script and that your actors can bring to life. One simple idea. You want to have a great story, a great idea that's easy to follow. You're not trying to tell a complicated movie in 3 minutes. You're not trying to do War and Peace. You're not trying to make something that has twists and turns and intrigue and explosions. You want a simple, clear story that the viewer can follow and that your actors can bring to life. Keep that in mind. When you're writing a 3-minute short film, you want to write a great scene. Don't think you're writing a movie. You want to have a great scene with a beginning, a middle, and an end. Something that your characters can bring to life, something that the audience can follow, and something that will get your point across in that 3-minute film that you're about to produce. So keep it simple. Beginning, middle, and end. Write a scene. Remember, you're not writing a film. That will come. Right now, you're creating an interesting 3-minute film. One long scene. That's what you need to get. Use one location. I know it's tempting to jump around and shoot outside, shoot inside, shoot in the backyard, shoot in the front yard. You're making one interesting scene with a beginning, middle, and end. It's still your short film, but it's one good scene. Think of a great scene from a movie or a television show. It happens in one location. That's what you want to create in your first short film. 3-minute short film, one scene, one location, beginning, middle, and end. Stay in that one location. I know it's tempting. Make it great in that one location. Cast actors that you can really get. Not people that you have to worry about. Will they show up? Do they have to go to work? Do they have to leave early? Cast actors who are committed to helping you. Maybe friends, maybe family, maybe someone you've worked with in the past that's committed to helping you for this one-day shoot, one location. And they can bring the emotions. They have to be somewhat talented. They have to be able to bring those emotions, and they have to invest in what you're doing. They have to understand the story, understand the motivation, know what you want to create, and commit to it. So they have to do their work on their own. They have to learn their dialogue. They have to ask you questions. They have to build a backstory. So confer with them. Rehearse. Don't just wing it. Cast actors that you can really get who are there with you, who are invested in this endeavor to create this interesting scene with a beginning, middle, and end. You want someone who is open to collaborate with you. And that's how you will make a great scene for your first 3-minute short film. Work with actors that want to work with you. Plan every shot before you start. I know it's work, but it will pay off. You as a director are responsible to know every shot that you want to get and get all of the shots you want. You can put it together in the editing room, but get all the shots and all the coverage. Wide shot, medium shot, close-up, insert, reversal. Get the shots until they are right. Shoot it until it's right. Don't abuse people, obviously, by doing it 100 times, but get it until it's right. Shoot enough coverage. Don't try to find shortcuts. Plan ahead of time so that when you show up on the set as a director, you know what shots you want to get. Share that information with the cameraman, with the lighting person, with the sound person, and obviously with the actor and actress. Plan. You must plan beforehand. Don't show up with just the script and say, let's wing it. That's not going to make a great scene that will ultimately be your 3-minute short film. You need to plan the shots. It can be storyboards, it can be shot lists, it can be notes in the margin of your script, but they must be planned. I don't know how many new directors I tell this to, and they all just want to wing it. Please plan your shots so that you know what you're doing when you get there. Now they may change, but you need to have a plan. Keep your crew small but skilled. You need someone who's good on camera. You need someone who can help with the lighting. You need someone who can help with the sound. You might need someone to do makeup if necessary, props, wardrobe. Keep it small though. Don't go crazy. Keep it small but talented. That's what you need, a small, talented crew to do your first 3-minute short film. That scene I'm talking about, with a beginning, middle, and end, that will be shot in one location. And again, you're in one location, so you don't need 50 people. Keep the crew small but talented and invested so they understand what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. Prioritize your lighting and your sound. Don't forget about that. A lot of first-time directors only concentrate on the camera. They don't worry about getting good sound. They don't worry about having good lighting, wardrobe, props. All the other elements are also important. So you're going to need to prioritize your sound and your lighting. And also the other elements that come into consideration when you're making this short film. You want to have the product turn out the best that it can be. So during the planning stage, you make sure you have everything you need. You make sure that you get the shots you want. You make sure that the lighting is the way you want it. You make sure that the sound is there so that the actors and actresses can be heard when they're speaking. You don't just shoot with the on-camera mic. You need to think everything through and plan. All that's in pre-production. Doesn't cost you a penny. Pre-production. Keep the pacing of your story tight. Every frame, every shot should do something to move your story forward. You have that beginning, middle, and end. You're shooting in one location. You need to plan every shot, and the shots need to be a reason for those shots. Why am I shooting this? Why am I shooting that? Why am I shooting? It's moving the story forward. It's revealing information to the viewer. So plan. That needs to be planned. You can't just wing it. You have to think through every shot and understand why you're shooting that. That's your job as a director. That's your job as a director. End your short with some type of impact. It might be a plot twist. It might be a question. It might be a shock. End with some type of impact that makes the viewer say, oh, that was interesting. I want to see more from this director. I wonder what he's going to do next. I wonder what she's going to do next. It needs to end with some type of impact. Don't just cut to black. Have something that makes the viewer think about your short 3-minute film once it's done, where they want to see more. Oh, I wish there was more to that. That's what you want them to say. You don't want them to have a whole bunch of questions so they don't understand the story. I know that's a technique that people use, or they're, like I said, cutting to black, it's over. In your first short films, you want to have a clear beginning, middle, and end. You want viewers to see the impact, feel the impact. It doesn't have to be a giant explosion. It doesn't have to be gun shootouts. Some type of impact at the end of your story will make the viewer say, oh, that was good. I'd like to see what happens next. Or I wish there was more. Leave them wanting more.